On this episode of He Said, She Said movie reviews, we take a look at the movie Brittany Runs a Marathon, written and directed by Paul Downs Colaizzo. Welcome to He Said, She Said movie reviews. This is the podcast where a happily married couple with similar but different movie taste take a quick, spoiler-free look at the movies, helping you make the right decision before your next movie. I'm your host, Tim.
And I'm April.
So we got to see Brittany Runs a Marathon. Both April and I give this movie 3 stars. We'll tell you all about it right after these 2 trailers. So the first trailer is for a movie called Frankie. This is about 3 generations of a family that are grappling with life-changing experiences during one day on vacation in Sintra, Portugal, a historic town known for its dense gardens and fairy tale villas and palaces. It has a release date of October 25th of 2019, and it stars Isabelle, Huppert, Marisa, Tomei, and Greg Kinnear. This looks like one of those movies that is just written for Isabelle and will highlight her acting abilities. So looking forward to seeing it.
That's a good point. It's going to be interesting. The second trailer we saw was Cats. It's about a tribe of cats that must decide yearly which one will ascend to the heavenside layer and come back to a new life. The release date's December 20th, 2019, with Rebel Wilson, Ian McKellen, and Taylor Swift.
All right, so
the storyline.
Brittany Runs a Marathon.
Yep. All right.
What's the story about, April?
There we go. It's about a young woman decides to make positive changes in her life by training for the New York City Marathon. The director is Paul Downs Colaizzo. He's known for, he's first-time director. So that's what he's known for. He also wrote, and he's known for his first movie.
Yeah, this is his first movie he wrote, but he
wrote for TV, though.
Yeah, only 1 episode of MacGyver. He's relatively a newcomer.
Okay.
First movie written, first movie directed. Amazing that he got both those through. So
yeah, amazing.
Yeah, so it had an interesting cast, not a very well-known cast. You had Jillian Bell playing the title role of Brittany, Michaela, Watkins, Micah Stock, Utkarsh, Ambudkar.
He's awesome.
He was awesome. Jennifer Dundas, Patch Darragh, and Allison Lee. A whole bunch of people that you really didn't know, but I a low budget movie.
With those
so
names.
Thanks. I tried. So
all right. Runtime 104 minutes. It's rated R for language throughout, sexuality, and some drug material.
Okay. So you go ahead, April. What do you think? What did you think?
Well, I gave it 3 stars. I think that there were several themes going on during the movie, but basically the theme of the movie is anything can be accomplished one step at a time. I think that it also covered many other themes in life. Make sure you know who's around you. Do they support you? Are they some of your greatest cheerleaders? Are they doing something in some way to bring you down? There were a lot of things, but that was 2 of them.
Yeah, it seemed to me, and also I think it was one of those themes too where women are judged by their weight, their body, and their body images. So there was a lot of that in this. Right.
Well, that's why it's so important from little girls from the time they're as little as can be, to teach them to love their bodies.
So what do you think of the acting and the characters in this movie?
Well, this leading actress is, unfortunately, she's just not one of my favorites. I went in so excited about this movie. I think she did fine. I thought a lot of things could have been better. I absolutely loved a couple of the friends in the movie, and the leading man, he is fabulous. Tim, what else has he been in?
Not much that I know about, so to be honest with you, but the character name was Jern, and that was Utkarsh, Ambudkar. He was really good. He was phenomenal.
Like, I want to know what he's in, and then I'm going to go to whatever it is.
The one thing I want to point out real quickly is the trailer for this movie, the trailers really led you to believe that this was a comedy.
Yes.
This was anything but a comedy.
Yes.
This was actually a very serious movie.
Very serious.
With a little bit of comedy mixed in.
Yeah.
And all the comedy you saw in the trailer.
Yeah, Tim, I think that's such a good point because this movie was heavy and I went in thinking it was going to be funny, but whatever. I mean, that's the prerogative of the writer and the visionary and the director. I mean, he had all these things that he wanted to do. But I will tell you what I love. It shows everyone that if you have a goal, a little bit at a time, and you believe in yourself and keep your eyes on the prize, you can achieve it. And that's what I liked.
Going back, talking to about what this movie was about, I find it interesting that Paul Colaizzo, the director, first-time writer, he's going to choose a woman's issue to do his first movie about. I thought that was really interesting. And I don't know. It just seems to me that maybe this movie and the subject matter should have been tackled by a woman. I'm just saying. Well,
I mean, he has a right to do what he wants, but yes, I agree with that. And that's why I had a few issues during the movie when it came to body image and a few other things. We never spoil movies, but I think that, you need to know a man wrote this and he produced it. He directed it and it was about a woman. So it was a different perspective. I think he did a good job of, okay, let's talk about the specifics of the movie. What went well? The character development, that was interesting to me. I think that could have been done a little bit better. I have nothing to say about the direction or the score. Tim, what did you think about the cinematography?
The cinematography came off to me looking a little bit low budget. It wasn't, I don't know, I'm not in the movie industry. I don't know about technical specs for movies and stuff. It just looked a little low budget to me. It didn't look high, beautiful cinematography.
Yeah.
The production design was pretty good. I liked the way they showed how she ran the marathon. There was really no special
effects. The progress,
effects.
you mean?
Yeah,
of
the progress.
Yeah, I like that
exactly.
Too.
The editing seemed okay to me. Pace was average.
The dialogue had some great stuff, though.
The dialogue was the strong point in this movie. But once again, it was a movie about a woman and a woman's issues written from the perspective of a man. I don't know.
And I have to say, I looked forward to this movie so much. I hyped it up so much, which, we all have to be careful about when we go in and the lights dim. And if you're at the Springs, You've got your luxury recliner and the heated seats. You're getting all comfortable. And then the movie starts that you've been waiting to see. I just think that I'm really proud of the character, Brittany, in this movie. I loved her friends, the ones that really stood by her that were true friends. But again, there were just so many other opportunities. And I guess I wanted to learn more about running. I know that sounds strange, but I think I wanted to leave there motivated to run a race, and I've decided to run a really small one, but I just wanted to know more about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, this wasn't your stereotypical sports movie. It wasn't one of these movies where you're at the end of the movie, you're standing up, yeah, go Rocky, go, and that kind of thing. It was really deep. The subject matter was very heavy and deep, and it left you. This was a thinking person's sports movie, so yeah.
All right.
And the other thing I want to point out, too, is apparently this was based off a true story. Somewhat. I mean, because at the end, during the credits, they show you the real Brittany. So in the credits. So maybe that's how this movie maybe the real Brittany is a friend of the director and writer. And that's how this whole story got told.
Maybe. It's interesting. This would be a wonderful dinner conversation. Maybe we can give him a call. And if he's ever in Atlanta, he'll come for dinner.
Bottom line for me, I think this is not a movie that you need to rush out and see in the theaters. It's actually probably going to be a better movie to watch on your streaming service where you can pause it, talk about issues and think about it, and maybe even come back and see rest of it another day. I don't know.
Right.
But for me, it's a solid 3.
All right. And by the way, we were surrounded by runners. It was so neat. So many different running groups, which I thought was pretty cool. But anyway, we will see you at the movies. We appreciate your support so much. And I think this movie, as we're seeing, it's going to spark a lot of conversation. So go see it.
And if you like what you're hearing from us, please tell a friend. That's how everybody gets to find out about our podcast. We appreciate you. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you at the movies.
We'll see you at the movies, and hopefully we'll see you at the Spring Cinema and Tap House in Sandy Springs, Georgia.
You're getting really good at those segues into the advertisement.
Hey, I love the Spring Cinema. They're the best.
There you go. See y'all later.
See you later.